today in towards eastern Harris County, Montgomery County, Liberty, and Chambers counties, and now edging into parts of southern Walker County as well. And we're watching that band carefully because it's also been a prolific tornado producer, especially when it was over Fort Bend County. And we have at least one confirmed tornado that damaged 50 homes in Sienna Plantation. I think we may have at least one other that ends up being a confirmed tornado as well. Galveston Island, your wind just gusted up to 47 miles per hour at Skull, so we are still getting some tropical storm force wind gusts. But the wind of Harvey has never been our biggest concern. It's always been the flooding. And as I've been saying the past few days, it wasn't going to start initially. It was going to wait a little bit. And so we're now entering that phase 2, I'm calling it, Harvey, where we get the flooding rains. Now, our computer model here is a little bit off on the where it's placing that dry slot of air, but it does show you that there could still be some redevelopment of new bands flowing in behind the one that is currently working its way slowly through southeast Texas. So we are not done with the rain yet for today. If the sun has come out where you live, and most of us are under a flash flood warning until 11:30 because of all the rain that has already fallen. When you look at the possibility of additional rains, we're looking at a widespread possibility of over 4 inches of rain as that moisture continues to feed on in here. That's just over the next 12 hours. Meteorologist Lee Loresco is going to break it down for you day by day, how many inches could fall as we deal with Harvey for several days. And Alita, pretty soon we're going to get a new forecast track from Harvey. And boy, right, it's an ugly looking track still with a lot of uncertainty, isn't it?
It is an ugly one. In the next 24 to 48 hours, it does look like it is showing the trend of stalling. However, past the weekend, that is where the big question mark lies. Right now, still Category 1 hurricane, and from now on in, it doesn't, regardless of the wind speed or the placement of this, we know that we're going to continue to get the heavy rains of this storm. We need to keep a close eye on where exactly the eye moves, and that will help dictate where exactly we'll see some of that heaviest rain. But even through Wednesday, Harvey will still be a big story here in the weather department and also in news as it slowly drifts somewhere to the east. At this point, you can see this big bubble here. That is the cone of uncertainty, and it stretches all the way to the north, somewhere in Fort Worth, and all the way down toward the south, somewhere in the Gulf waters. But eventually, it is expected to drift toward the north. The path of this, once we get past the weekend, is just all over the place, and you can see what our spaghetti models are showing. I mean, there is no certainty as to where this storm will be headed. It could be as far west as San Antonio and as far east as Lake Charles. We just do not know once the weekend passes. But we do know our computer models are picking up on some high rainfall totals for the next several days. Right now, the bullseye for this afternoon or through today, between 10 to 12 inches here in the Houston area. And as Travis has mentioned, we continue to monitor the bayou and creek situation. We are still under a flash flood watch through this evening, 3 to 5 inches to the north. Meanwhile, we take you into tomorrow on Sunday, an additional 6 to 8 inches, 3 to 5 to the north. We start to see that shift here by Monday, a little bit closer to the coastline, seeing 6 to 8 inches of rain. And then those of you to the north still, those lesser amounts. But then we put it all together. We say Tuesday and Wednesday, and we still have that bullseye, Travis, of between 8 to 10 inches of rain. Total between now and, let's say, Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, some isolated amounts up to 40 inches of rain. I mean, it's just astronomical how much rain we are still forecasting over the next several days.
Yeah, really hard to comprehend those kinds of numbers when we're talking about it. The message we want to get out is that this is just the beginning of our rain event, so you want to make sure that you are taking every precaution you can to stay informed over the